Not why won't something work out, but how can something work out? Peace and abundance to you. Welcome to your insight reading. Thank you for your presence here, for joining me on this reading. Starting with the major arcana, the Fool, opening the tarot spread. Then you have Page of Swords, air energy, energy of your mental state, mental capacity, thinking, thoughts, intention, perception. And then the King of Cups, emotional energy, water energy, energy of how you relate to the focus of your life, the energy of your relationships. There is a new beginning energy here, both the Fool and the Page of Swords. There's also the energy of progression from the Page to the King. Like emotionally, you are mature. If you are in the process of starting over, starting new, you're not just making emotional decision, but the emotional decision is coming from a mature place. And intellectually, you are ready to start something new. You're not closed off, you're open-minded. So with the Fool opening your reading, it is saying here that you are courageous right now to take a leap of faith. You're trusting. It's a young energy as well. It's an energy of like careless or carefree, not a lot of stress or worry. Right now you have the energy of willingness to try something new, something different, start over. And it takes a lot of courage to be in this character, in this position. It takes a lot of faith as well to change, to try something new, to try something different. In your situations. It does take having an open mind to be able to start fresh, to be able to try something new, to take a leap of faith, to step forward, to move forward, to take action. And with the Fool being the number 0, it seems like you're ready and willing to move forward, even if you don't have the full picture of how the situation can unfold, how things can unfold. So entrepreneur energy is the Fool as well, both the Magician and the Fool, to be able to try. There's different ways to bring income, make money. There's different ways to start a business. There's different ways to start a relationship. That's that full energy right now. The Page of Swords is a young energy as well. You can even say immature, but not necessarily have to be on a negative sense. Just in comparison to a king. King is the mature mastery. Page is a spark of interest. So you have the energy to start over or start fresh. And it could be as small as there's a spark of interest to look into something. Like how that curiosity, the spark of curiosity. Not why won't something work out, but how can something work out? How can it work out? So that's open mind, not being closed off right away. Right now, you're embodying that energy. You're interested in figuring out, trying something new, and not closed off. And though the Page is a young energy, or it could be immature, the fact that emotionally, King of Cups, you're emotionally mature, you're calm, to take courage and be inspired, curiosity in something new, it's grounded from a place of emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. So should what you're interested in doesn't work out for any reason, there's emotional security, emotional safety within yourself, and that's a good place. That's always a good place to know you are in or have as you try out new things. It is that emotional resilience also is what I'm hearing. Part of emotional intelligence is the resilience to keep trying something different, to be able to bounce back. So if indeed you are trying something new, and if all you have is curiosity, it's enough, because emotionally you are mature. Emotionally you are grounded. Even if it doesn't matter how old we are. Doesn't matter if you are in your 40s or 50s, or it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or 30s or younger. But to be able to like as you mature and as you get older, you can still have or create or encounter new experiences. And it's important to be open-minded to that and not be too structured. That's the Fool as well. There's not that much structure with the Fool, but open, that imagining how can this work out and how good can this be? Not naive. And that's what the King of Cups, the mature energy, emotional energy, the King of Cups bring, is that you're not naive, but you're not closed off either. You're open. Open, ready for something new, ready to explore, willing. So on this next part, let's do a yes or no. So go ahead and pause if you need to. Ask any question that is yes or no. We're going to read the energy surrounding that encounter, situation, that event. Hold the answer lightly. Let's see a yes or no into your question. Yes or no answer. Yes or no to your question, to your situation. Ten of Swords and then the Moon. Ten of Swords and the Moon. The Ten of Swords ultimately is saying that you are done and you cannot take any longer to keep going in the direction that you currently are going. So if the question for the yes or no is to keep going, it's a no. But if it is to stop and end and let go, then it's a yes. And with the moon here, it seems like there is something new that you are, it's like a desire to explore something else, or a desire to experience something else in this situation. The situation you're in, you may want something to change and you want something else to experience there. So right now, the answer in your situation about yes or no is no if you are gonna keep going, but yes if you're gonna try something new. Yes if you're going to not necessarily let go, but approach it in a different way. Approach it in a different way. Let's pull some oracles here. I have power. It is real. I will persist. My will is strong. That sounds like, okay, so maybe you're conflicted if you want to keep going, or maybe that falls into something else, or that applies to something else. I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. Every day I focus on what is important. These can all influence the decision about the yes or no as well. But with the opening reading, that can also imply into the situation with the new beginning. That seems like you're open and you're ready and you're willing to start something new, coming from an emotional place, like you process the keep going or starting something new, you process that already. So as some of these oracles says, like, you know how to work with time. You'll know when it really is time. But from the deep place of you, it seems like you're just ready for something new. Peace and abundance to you. This is your reading.